Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy Part 7. Let's go ahead and continue with the Turnabout Samurai Part 2. Let's go ahead. Day 2, the trial. Alright, looks like it's gonna be the trial, guys. Hopefully we can get through this case. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Alright, Gumshoe. Detective, if you would please briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, you see. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Nah, we got it, guys. I think I can probably remember that. So that murder weapon was a spear. Now, medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Alright, this old woman, she's gonna give us some kind of testimony. Will the witness declare her name? Why, aren't you a handsome young fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Well, I go by the name Oldbag, or Old Hag. Your name, please. You disgust me. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me there she goes off again, guys, about her old days. Yeah. Miss Oldbag. Objection! Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained! The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
Oh, just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
Alright, there's gotta be something faulty here. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Hold on a second, I can't press? Hey, look at this, guys. I only have court record. Poor old Hammer. Oh, she's doing her testimony. Crap. Sorry, guys.
Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then, huh? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Ooh, that cross-examination, there's definitely nothing strange about it. So she arrived at 1 p.m. What evidence do we have? Hold on, guys. Powers' photo was taken at 2 o'clock. Jack's autopsy report, 2:30. Pierced through the chest by a spear. And the guide map, of course. Card key. Card key won't give us anything, right? Samurai spear. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. I well had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station.
Hold it!
Did you see the victim then?
I didn't see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the station.
Tell us what happened next. Okay. I was at the main gate from there until 5.
Hold it!
So you were watching there the whole time, no breaks, not even a second?
Of course, I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper.
Snipper-wapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. What did you see? Okay, so we got nothing out of that.
Hold it!
How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe getting rattled out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked by right. Man, come on, there's gotta be something fishy here. 2 o'clock, you sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something.
Really?
Now, don't get your skivvies all in the bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
It was Powers. Okay, hold on a second. Let's press that. Now, I know you saw him in the costume, but... So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. What?
I'll say it again. It was him.
Okay, I get it. I get your hint, Maya. I think they're talking about this. Now, this was not Powers. See, look at the photo. That is just a guy in a costume. Let's go ahead and present that.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, Oldbag.
Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Oldbag? Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. That's just a man in a costume. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. That's right. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in the court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness.
He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Huh. Noisy old man. Of course I have proof.
What?
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left Miss Even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then.
The man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day.
Are you serious? He's just walking.
That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Wow, these are like the worst testimonies possible. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. You old bag. Come on, like, your last name is Oldbag for real. Never say anything I don't mean. Okay. One morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. Let's press that.
Hold it!
Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better.
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Well, that's suspicious.
You may continue your testimony.
Alright, that's definitely suspicious. That girl, she could have been the murderer. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see, okay, hold on, come on. How do you know he's dragging his leg? Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. I mean, he's walking strangely because he was injured. I mean, I don't get it. He looks like he's walking normally to me, guys.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
Looks like he's taking a step, though. See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper. Okay. That's how I knew it was Powers. Let's just press that.
Hold it!
Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers.
Objection!
Oh. Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg. He has a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers.
There's gotta be more than this. I better keep pressing her. Okay, so... Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions? Nope. Well, she seems pretty sure that was Powers in that photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction. Shake her, press her to death, guys. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. Well, having no, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, and not... Okay. She's beginning her rant. Once again, Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Okay. Okay, let's press that then. Trip and fall. Oh, did we already do this? Oh yeah, we read this. Sorry guys. Oh, we read this, guys. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's this one. You know that one where she said, where that girl showed up. Like, it's not. It can't be the autopsy report. Can we just look at the guy map again? No, this just has nothing to do with it. I'm pretty sure it's not that, guys. He broke one of the props and was a big mess. Apparently sprained his ankle pretty bad. Press that. Let's see what she has to say. Was Mr. Powers' ankles badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. That's the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. Okay, let's press that. Ooh. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a... Oh, yeah, we did this one too. My bad. My bad. Okay. Alright. I think it's the map, guys. I'm pretty sure it's the map. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the map. Let's... Whoops, not the photo. Okay, let's try the map. Yeah, I knew it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. No, it's not. How exactly are the evidence's statement just... Okay, yeah. They are they? Okay, well, we blew our chance there. I don't know, I'm just not thinking straight right now, I guess. I don't know, like... I'm pretty sure it's the map. Hold on a second. I know we pressed this, but I just want to read this. Okay, no, this... I don't know. Dragging his foot. Like, where... Like, what am I supposed to present? What am I supposed to present, guys? Okay, let's try the guide map again. Oh no, we lost our chance there. Okay, this has to be the worst trial I've gone through right now. Well, we still have 3 chances, so... You can see he's dragging his leg. Let's press that again. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, right, it's this. There's definitely nothing contradicting in that photo. Okay, we haven't pressed this. Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers. Oh, we did. Oh, we did. We did. We did. We did. Okay, that's how I knew it was Powers. We didn't press this one. Still, you can't look at this and say, hey, what? What the hell? He says the same thing. What? Okay. He says the same thing. Okay, I pressed on everything right now. I've pressed on this, guys, right? And I've pressed this? I don't know. Maybe I didn't press this. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing.
What about the assistant?
And she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run through then. Okay, wait. Actually, I think we read that, guys. I think we read that. Okay, so I've already gone through all of it. I've gone through all of this, guys, and I don't know. It's definitely not the card key. It's definitely not the samurai spear. The guide map? Okay, I'm gonna just try this one more time, guys. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we got 2 more chances. Or, well, more like, yeah, 2 more chances. Come on. I don't know why I'm so stuck, guys. Okay.
Hold it!
Let me press that. Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Power sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
Oh, this thing again. Where was the assistant then? Oh, we're asking that again. Like, I don't understand, guys. What am I missing right now? What the heck am I missing?
Hold it!
Huh. The nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. What am I missing, guys? Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna skip this part because it's just taking way too long for me to find it. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back, and it turns out that there was one line that I did not press on. So apparently you didn't have to present anything, I just had to press all the lines, and there was one line in between I didn't press on, so we wasted all that time for nothing. But anyways, here it is, guys. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me. Which is it? Where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. That's not a good excuse, Edgeworth. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a second here. I'm just putting on the recharger because my battery just went low. Alright. Just gonna be pulling out something here. Alright, come on. Man, I can't believe this is happening to me again. Alright, there we go, guys. It's plugged in and good to go. Alright. Sorry for that. Technical difficulties. Anyways, and it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? I gotta object it. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. This is a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. That's true. Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Alright. Here we go. Your second testimony, or your third testimony. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright. Let's get on with your accusations. The time of poor... Okay.
Yeah, we just read that. The tower port hammer still. Let's press that. How do you know that? Eh? Then I just explained. I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. Okay, well, that's not gonna help us. The only person I saw go to the studio before that was Mr. Will Powers.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure? No, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, right. Okay. No one else went there.
Hold it!
What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I unlocked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Hold it!
Are you sure?
Objection!
The witness has answered the question. Anyone's going to the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Oh man, edgy boy. Okay. Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Look at Maya's face right now, it's priceless. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay. Okay, I think it's this line, because the only person I saw go to the studio before them was Will Powers. But is this guy Will Powers, you know? I mean, this guy is still unconfirmed, so let's go ahead.
Objection!
Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole to the underground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? That's right, there must have been someone else than Will Powers. Order, order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes. That's what it would seem to me. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are, you're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Mr. Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Why do you not report these things in the first place? I mean, if you saw someone else. I don't understand. I see. Your testimony, please. Like, these people are such bad liars. It's like terrible. They never ever tell any of the important things. Anyways. Every day. Wrong voice acting. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first time I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a term for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Yep, I kind of did too. There's always something faulty with these people's testimonies. Okay. I have one other important job to do. What's that? Another job. That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. Okay, I throw out any photos. Why did you do that? How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? That's stupid. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch the suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out the other day, okay. Do we already press this? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Huh, a fanboy. A fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Oh, I remember that. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? That's not gonna work? Man, that's no way it's gonna be him. Order, order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade, huh? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Yeah, true on that. Okay. October 18th, 11:08. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First we play more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
I mean, the other guy who walked in was a grade 2? Grade 3? How the hell are we gonna win this case?
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are as simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order? Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right. Great, as if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Oh wow, this is a tough question. The assistant girl, the grade school boy, security lady. Like myself, honestly, I'm doubting. Like, I mean, this guy seems really suspicious to me. Oh man, I mean, like, I feel like it's her or him. I'm gonna go with the boy, guys. I know it's crazy, but it was the grade school boy. Why doesn't anyone say anything? Yeah, I feel it.
Bah! Haha, accusing a 10-year-old boy?
Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action star with spear?
For one thing, the murder weapon was with the Steel Samurai.
Which you can't explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him. Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe. How about absolutely, Nick?
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
Wow. I thought he would actually be a suspect, guys.
May we move on, Mr. Wright?
This fight isn't over yet. Okay. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead.
Okay. Well, that was stupid of me. But I guess it's the assistant then. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection!
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time.
Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
No, I don't remember that, actually. Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me? What about the assistant? Well, her, she was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankles.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Power's injury. She could look this Steel Samurai look with a costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. Oh my god. I'm so bad. Oh god.
That kind of takes the legs out from the case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. Oh my god. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Hey, oh god. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So, who was this person? Okay. I mean, I thought the security lady was... Okay, definitely she's one of the suspects, but I thought it would be too obvious, so I didn't want to pick her. I really thought it was the grade school boy or the girl, okay? So, I mean, obviously I made some silly mistakes there. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai's dragging his leg in his picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew more about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order, order. Is this true, Miss Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Yeah, he hasn't objected. Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? You're supposed to help me, Edgeworth. So you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? Hell yeah. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on the other day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Yeah, right. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer. Well, I thought it was the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids, mean to your elders that day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed, then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Because... pierced through the chest by a spear. I don't know how that helps. The guide map. Oh man. What could it be? What could it be, guys? I can't mess up here. The murder weapon, a break in the shaft. No, that can't be it. card key? I don't know.
Take that!
Maybe. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What's her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wow. That... Oh, hold on. I knew it was gonna end that easy, but... Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? Why, who? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Okay, well, I guess this was not done. My lips were sealed. Like, I just don't feel like she's the murderer. Like I said, it's too obvious if it was her. Global Studios wanted me to keep... Oh god, I keep doing the judge's voice. I don't know why, confusing the old people. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Okay. Well, Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Really? I gotta cross-examine this? Can we just end it for this day? Let's suspend the trial, man. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
Hold it!
So you're told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... yeah, I think we should take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag.
and more information about these other people we have just been told of. Haha. Understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, it looks like Miles Edgeworth didn't get his way. 1:04 p.m. District Court. Alright. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now is my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? No, I don't think it's her. What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really. I agree.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag, I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks guys.
And that is it, to be continued. Alright guys, what a bloody tough trial. Actually, I think this was the toughest trial I had because I actually got stuck in between quite a bit there. As you guys see that I was skipping in between here and there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching once again. I'll be back with more videos. Alright, have a good one everybody, and peace out.